I must admit that I am a sucker for British crime movies, especially those with Cockney accent, even though I can't understand one single word without subtitles. With that in mind, I tried watching this movie that everybody was calling a Guy Ritchie ripoff. The movie I'm talking about is Duchess. And guess what? It is nowhere near anything Guy Ritchie. Duchess is about this small time con artist in London. Her name is Scarlett. She meets this macho, charismatic guy, Rob. She finds out he's a gangster. He deals with diamonds. They eventually fall in love because the guy is pretty cool. He's macho, he's protective, and he's caring, he's everything. And unfortunately, something happens, and Rob's business partners turn against him. Considering the nature of their business, they murder Rob very brutally and they leave Scarlett for dead. But she leaves, and once she is back on her feet, she vows revenge. She uses Rob's resources against them, and she picks everyone that wronged her and her fiancé. I like this story. It has potential. Also, the director is Neil Marshall. Some of his previous movies I really love. His movies usually have this B-movie aesthetic. This movie is far from perfect, but I did enjoy it. I had a good time. It is slick, it is stylish, it is violent, bloody, gory. Not gonna deny that. It has its moments. It has some cheeky banters here and there, some witty dialogues, some quick cuts in such a way that people actually will mistake it for a Guy Ritchie wannabe movie. If you know Neil Marshall movies, they always had violence and humor in his own style. So I don't hold it against him that this movie has something common with the Guy Ritchie approach, like everybody is saying. I was reading about the movie and found out the lead actress, Charlotte Kirk, she is also a co-writer of the movie. And she is fiancée of Neil Marshall. And this is their third collaboration. All three movies have different genre. So I think they're experimenting, and that's pretty cool for me. What I think acts against the movie is the genre shift. It feels like two different movies slapped together, and not in a good way. The first one is a romance movie between a gangster and a damsel, which feels this very lovey-lovey, and it takes more than half the runtime. That's the problem because they have taken too long to set up the main premise. The second part or the second movie is a revenge thriller. It involves blood, gore, torture, shootouts, and some not so very well choreographed fight scenes. Also, the titular character, the Duchess, played by Charlotte Kirk, is not very fleshed out. Her character doesn't have a strong story arc of her own, and she's almost always overshadowed by the male lead's charisma. He's just too macho to make room for her character to grow. If they were planning a franchise, then I can understand because it feels like the movie ends in a way that there are possibilities of sequels. I wouldn't mind a sequel to this. Maybe they are setting up the characters, but even in that case, they're taking too long and she gets too little time to show off her side of origin story. If you have seen this movie, let me know your comment. This was all for today. See you in next video. Bye bye.